What up, Beast Mode family? Hey, I'm in the building with two lovely ladies today. We don't know where the discussion is going to take us, but with these two smiles and my personality, it has to be positive, I'm guessing. So I have Michelle and Rachel in the building. This is where everybody clap and snap.
What's up?
What's up? Good to see everybody. So let's start from my right, build the way to the middle. So I know Rachel, this is our third, I want to say, podcast together. I told her when she walked in, we just might as well create a show. But this is going to be really cool for Michelle and I because I know Michelle outside looking in from social media and the great work she does, but even off camera, we were able to kind of like, what do you do? This is how, and this is the history. So I'm guessing that's going to happen on this podcast as well. But the cool thing about it is that everybody else will be able to get to know all of us.
For
so
sure.
Rachel, if this can be done, because last time I asked you to do this, you was like, dog, it's not going to happen.
It's not gonna happen.
But can you tell everybody a snippet of who you are, what you do, not just in fitness, but outside of fitness?
I am fitness. Okay. Fitness
Mama.
Fitness is life. You're right. Okay. I'm Rachel Word. I am a trainer. I'm called to train. That's what I do. I am also married to Ray Word, who just happen to have the exact same initials, RAW. So I just started a company with these exact initials. Also just had a kid who also has the exact same initials, but we call him King because Ray in Spanish means king. Hey, Mexican side.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? Yeah, it's
That's
pretty dope.
dope.
He has to know that he's cultural, right? Other than that, that's my 30 seconds.
I love it. That was really good. Did you practice that on the way here? That was really good. What you got, Michelle? She's thinking
Trying to
like,
think what to say.
What you got?
My name's Michelle. Some people call me MC.
Mhm.
I like it. I like
MC.
Yeah. I'm a trainer with Camp Gladiator. Love fitness.
What up, CG?
And I was a collegiate athlete. I ran track. Did the heptathlon.
You did.
I did.
Did I inbox you
No.
about your collegiate?
No.
Anything? Because you went to
HBU.
where I played basketball
What?
as well.
Hey, no, you didn't.
I did.
Dogs
I did.
up.
Dogs up. Don't make fun of our little dog. It's not the best
Dogs up.
encouraging song, but at the end of every
You-
basketball game,
You played basketball there?
Coach Castro.
I did not know that.
Don't ask me what year, but I did play there.
Wow, no, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So I ran track there, did the heptathlon, and that's why I'm broken. But still healing, taking care of my body. Besides that, I don't know.
HBU. Yeah. I'm gonna say this, and then we're gonna move forward to what I do. I played basketball at HBU when they didn't have a track team.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
It was no track, no football.
Yeah.
It was just basketball, softball, baseball, and I'm missing a sport.
And homecoming used to be
Basketball. So what is it now?
I think they do it for football
They
now.
changed it?
Yeah.
How?
Because now it's the football. Everybody loves football.
How can they do that to us?
I know.
I gotta
They're
go talk to Coach
coming
Castro.
up, that's why.
Yeah.
Because it's always football. Just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Side note, I saw something that
Texas.
said that the Final Four is going to be played at HBU's gym.
Never.
No.
But it said that, and I was like,
That's definitely a joke. Because our gym is probably the smallest gym in
I
America.
was like, where is everybody
I
going
mean-
to fit? I don't know.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I mean, we're gonna
We'll
look.
see.
It's gonna look like it's packed no matter what.
This is true.
So
good energy.
shout out to HBU, man.
Dogs up.
Dogs up, man. So I meant to inbox you about that when I seen that.
Yeah.
So my
Okay.
name is Chris. My last name is Green, and that's it. So I would like to move on to
Chris, come on now. A little something else. Something else. Come on. Brag on yourself, fam.
I'm gonna brag on my family. My wife's Christina, beautiful. Inside and outside, I have two adorable little boys. They just turned 6. They have turned me upside down, and for the better.
Yes.
And then I do fitness. That's it.
Twins.
Twins.
That's exciting.
Twins.
I want twins.
It's nothing like it.
Same.
It's nothing like it. It's nothing like it. So they had, who was it? Caleb had a little stomach bug over Easter weekend, and it's 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't understand that they're 2 different people sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, we wanted to keep Caleb home yesterday from school, and Christopher was like, I'm not going to school without my brother. So, like,
'Cause
he
how
didn't
could
go.
he?
He couldn't, right? Even I coached him in basketball. So, just imagine y'all 2 are twins. I'd be like, okay, I'm the dad that's coaching. I think everybody in the audience think I'm playing my kids because I'm the coach. So I have that in my head. So on purpose, I'm probably doing more than I should, and I don't play my son sometimes just so other parents be comfortable.
Right.
That's weird.
Right.
So
it's compensating.
I had to take one of them out the game. So I was like, Michelle, come on. And Rachel's like, oh, well, I'm not going to play here. I'm like, hold on, one of y'all got to stay. So then both of them go in. I'm just like, okay, y'all just, so twin life.
Funny.
So no, I adore it. I adore it.
They'll get it when they're older. They'll figure it out.
For sure. Yeah, maybe.
Hopefully. So beast mode games. All right,
yeah.
we'll start there. And then I was telling Michelle, we just go all over the place. Shout out to everybody that's been able to get on this season for the beast mode games, from Daniel to Jonathan to my guy Kev, everybody. We'll have Feast with Beast on next.
Oh, nice.
So beast mode games, May 7th. You've been there at least 96 times.
I've seen her post.
This will be Michelle's
This is my
first time. So
okay, it's twice. No.
I feel like it's been more. At least 3.
So off the top of my head, you did the one.
3 times. You're right.
Did you do Life It?
No.
You didn't do Life It. Did you do Blue Market Field? I think that was the hardest one. That was Blue Market Field. Did you do the one here? I think you did. You and Faye?
No, it was at the old gym.
Oh, the Humble Gym.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and that was with the flex.
You did the football field.
I did the football field with the 4, and then I did the team of 2 at here. The old, I don't know. We're at the gym.
I think you've done at least 3.
At least 3. Mm-hmm. I've done 3.
And if we're getting younger, 4.
If we're getting younger.
Yeah, most times people get older, they kind of start forgetting things. So I try to put that we're getting younger because we don't forget stuff.
Got it. Yes.
So talk to me about that, Rachel. So it's cool. I love the transparency with all you guys, and with Rachel especially. It's cool to see you guys' perspective, to see where it came from, right? Like we were talking about where the first Mean Green Gym was. That's actually where it started, and the first Beast Mode games had 8 people, and we thought it was crazy. We were like, oh man, we got 8 assault bikes. Like, let's keep the bikes a couple more days so we can add this to programming. Like, it was really a big thing. And now to see where it's at now,
that's awesome.
Rachel, what are you looking forward to seeing? Because it's your first comp since King.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what's your perspective? Or emotion or emoji?
I'm excited. I mean, because I'm not. I was thinking about this the other day. Like, I'm not at the same fitness level as I was before I had King, and I'm not tripping. I'm not tripping because I feel like I could be way better now that I have a kid. I'm just not there yet. So I'm still, like, in my mind, I'm like, I'm still a competitor. I still do this. It's just certain things are harder now. And I already had to work harder before. Now I had to work even more harder. But when I get there, it's going to be good. But right now I'm just like, whew, okay, we're just doing things, right? And so, I mean, I just like competing. So I like not knowing, what's going to happen.
So you like not knowing? Because a lot of y'all don't. I get every inbox.
I like to know. I like to know.
I'm like, you just train for whatever. And you just do everything. And then that's how it should be. That's how it should be, man. It's not a real competition if you know for weeks or for months. No.
And for everybody that's listening or even viewing, did any of the ladies or even guys, did any of y'all feel when she said she's not at her best, did any of y'all look like, well, golly, what am I supposed to do?
Rachel's mindset is crazy.
It's crazy, right?
But it's so good. Like,
thanks.
I think I've told you this once before, but when I first started CG and she was doing CG, I was like, man, I want to be like Rachel.
For real?
Yes. For real. I was like, oh, I always went to her workouts. I would go faithfully, even though it was all the way in Sugarland. I would drive all that way to go to her workouts. I'm like, and then sometimes I would steal her workouts.
Yes.
And I'm like, I'll be watching her work. I'm like, man, I want to be like Rachel.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yes.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
So
Rachel,
That's awesome.
this has nothing to do with the Beast Mode games.
Okay.
But I was talking to Michelle about this before you got here. Would you feel old if somebody called you OG?
No.
Okay,
I would take that with pride.
Right. That's what I said.
Totally.
I said it was a respect thing.
Thank you. Okay.
Total respect.
It had nothing to do with it. All right, so let's segue to Michelle. After hearing, I'm guessing you've been following Rachel since you met her.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing you may have seen a post about the Beast Mode games.
Yeah.
So not doing it besides the throwdown, never participating. What's your mindset? Like, what are you thinking? I'm always interested to hear this response.
Well, I'm excited too because, like, I like competition. Just coming from always playing sports my whole life, like, and this is something that when we said we would be partners, we kind of realized we had the same mindset. Like, having a competition gives us something to work towards, and it makes our workouts more consistent, and it makes us work harder in our workouts. So I'm excited. Like, sometimes whenever I'm in a competition, I'm like, why did I do this? Like, why? But then afterwards, you just feel so good and so accomplished, and the adrenaline and the energy, and it's just I miss that feeling from competing in college. So this is like how I can kind of get it back, get that feeling back.
We, Kevin and Jonathan, when we did their podcast, is what we talked about. For those that had the opportunity to be in athletics, and this is our way of getting that adrenaline.
For sure.
And you felt it again, and it gets addicting.
For
right?
sure,
and
it does.
I'm going to do the Spartan race next, or whatever it may be. And then you'll also see people that's never done anything, and this is the first time they've ever felt it. I remember Damien, shout out to Money Dame. Dame, he did the event. He was like, oh my gosh, this is how football feels? Like, I should have played football. Like, but it has a sense of truth to that, right? And it, you know, from the person that's 22, I think Kev said he had someone that was 81. To be able to see that between the two, it's unbelievable. So, you know, and then having that many people in one spot is...
The energy is crazy. And I remember seeing her post a video of it, and I was like, oh, that looks so cool. And I think I remember seeing, like, last year some trainers posting a video. They were, like, on air bikes, and they were dying. I was like, man, they look like they're dying, but it looks so fun at the same time.
It's, you know, it's hard to put in words, but community is just...
For sure.
I think when you go out there, and it's cool and we'll talk a little bit, I'm guessing business, a little bit in fitness on this, but you'll be able to rub elbows with people that you may have been following on Instagram. I think it was so cool. No, that was actually a meeting when Tika said she'd been following you or whatever. But when people have been following people and you actually say, oh, hey, I follow you. My name is Chris or whatever it is. So just the networking opportunities, and especially for someone that's in your shoes, you never know what trainer you may run into to be underneath your umbrella. And just imagine the amount of trainers and coaches that are out there. So definitely represent, and just know that it's not your colors versus everyone else. You'll see red, black, blue, green, yellow, pink, but everybody empowers everybody. Rachel, going back to you, what whose idea was that sled push pull that y'all post on Instagram?
So how we structure it is usually I write the workout. It was me because I'm just thinking of all the things that could possibly come up, or what I've done before, or what y'all have done before, and we just do things. We structure.
And Michelle's just down. She's just like, whatever.
I just show up and I'm just down. I'm like, ooh, Rachel gonna kill me today, but it's gonna make me better though.
So if y'all don't follow them on IG, find them. You know, I really enjoy, by the way, when y'all post y'all workouts, because some people are like, I ain't showing nobody nothing.
For sure.
I'm putting in my work. But then there's some that are like, hey, I want to show y'all I am putting in work. And then there's others that's like, I'm gonna mess with everybody and act like I'm really doing this, and I'm really doing only deadlifts, but I ain't doing this at all. So I love all of it. I love all of it. But when the movement that, if y'all can imagine, for those that are listening or seeing this, one person was pulling. It wasn't with a rope. Was it with a rope?
So it was
TRX bands.
So it was whatever is attached to it. Like I don't know what it's called, but it's just a normal like thing.
Harness.
Harness. Yes. Okay. Harness. So it wasn't even meant to necessarily be a pull. Listen, you do what you gotta do. I have a sled, but I also live in a cul-de-sac, and it also has some bumpy ground. So I told Michelle, listen, when my clients do this, I have to pull it whenever it hits a rough spot. So just know I'm gonna help you out whenever you hit that rough spot, and you just keep on pushing as much as you can. Like, we're not pulling it, just whenever you need help.
It's just like a little tug, and then that's it. Yeah.
So
when I looked at it, I thought to myself, put enough heavy weight on there, Chris, where you're gonna need two people, one pushing and pulling.
I like that though.
So when y'all did that, I was like, I'm still thinking about potentially trying that out, but I thought that was so cool. But the measurement, as you say, you're adjusting and trying to figure it out. The Beast Mode Games program is the same way. We'll go in the back and just try different stuff. So trying to choose the appropriate weight for each division is so freaking hard.
That's hard.
But I thought that workout was cool. So I didn't know it was the bumps. I thought it was the program.
Because I would literally give everything. I'm like, it's not moving. Just need a little tug.
Interesting.
And it felt so defeated. I was like, oh God.
Alex, Jared, Jason, do y'all hear this? Right? Bobby, do you hear this? No, I think the creativity too is so cool because you're doing things outside of your box typically. So like if I'm at our boot camps or our gym, I know that there's a specific movement we're gonna do, but we're not trying to do no sled push and pulls or whatever. But it's so cool to see people have a speed sled and they're running up the hill or doing tire pull. I've seen it all, and it's so cool because that's fitness to me. You know, not just doing what you're good at, but do the unexpected.
That's exactly what we be talking about.
100%. 100%. So Michelle, let me ask you this: how long have you been training? I'm gonna highlight you.
4 years.
4 years. And how did you get into it?
Shoot, I just applied on LinkedIn.
Yeah, and got in. Boom.
Well, I used to work at Orange Theory way back, and I was just a sales associate, and I was like, oh, I want to be a trainer one day. But then, you know, I was kind of applying for other jobs while I was on the clock. Yeah. And then I found CG, and then I got into CG, and I fell in love. So
well, shout out again to CG and OTF, if I said it in the right way. So we've had members, and actually a couple of our instructors here was part of Orange Theory. I'm trying to get an Orange Theory F45 teams at the Beast Mode games.
That would be dope.
I can't break the ice.
Dang,
I'm knocking on the doors. I got some buddies that own an F45 in Pearland. So come on, bro. So I've been trying to get some people out there, but
what are they saying? Why aren't they?
It's not I think the toughest thing, because I've knocked on a lot of doors, I think the toughest thing with the Beast Mode games, and I was on a phone call prior to this podcast, and people feel if they don't prepare perfectly that they can't come. And part of it I do understand, because you want to walk away and say, I gave my best prepping and gave my best, and you can allow where it falls and be okay with it. But my only challenge with that is, for me, life has never been that way for me. You know, as a parent, as a brother, as a child, as an athlete, I never had the perfect situation. I never, even the way I got scholarship offers, I didn't know college coaches were going to be there, and I was warmed up. He called me. I went to an open gym, and I balled out, and then I got scholarships. I didn't even know coaches were in the stands. So,
and also, even whenever I competed the first time, I hadn't touched a barbell.
Period. I know that.
Period. I did CG. And whatever, you know what I mean? But so it was a little shock, and I was like, what are we using? But
what did you do after?
But I worked on it afterwards because I knew we was going to do it. You know what I'm saying? And then the day, once we figured it out, the 48 hours or 24, whatever, we went to a gym for a day pass or whatever and felt what the barbell felt like. We were like, okay, this is what we're going to do. You know? So, I can't take that excuse.
You know what? And the reason why I love this, because this is definitely about to go into my personality and belief. This has nothing to do with Beast Mode games, but it's our podcast, so we're going to take it where we want to take it, right? I think, too, for what Rachel just said, I mean, if that's not life in a nutshell, don't know something, and either you figure it out or you sink. And I think even with the unexpected, with the workouts that we do, I remember when we brought the assault bike to the scene, right? And then next Beast Mode games, when I'm watching everybody's posts, everybody had assault bikes in their gym. I remember one guy was like, these bikes are different from ours. And I was like, well, what happened? He's like, the knob is not turning. I was like, well, that's a spin bike. This is not an assault bike. But, to see the future and the progression of people want to do it, I think that leads into our personality and what we do in life. I mean, golly, I'm not bragging on me as a father, but goodness, there's a lot of things I didn't do right that I do well now. And if we carry that on, I think that's a challenge. So for the person that hear this, is if it's not too late, if it's not past the 25th when you hear this, or 24th, that's the encouragement. Even if you don't know the movement, it's cool because you'll get better at it. And I promise the way that Rachel does a barbell power clean now is probably different than she did 4 years ago. 100%.
And you never know until you try.
Right. Yeah.
And I think, too, it's not a judgmental zone. So I'm going to say it. CrossFit does the best job to find the fittest person in the world. Like the stuff that go swim in the ocean, come back up, do a handstand walk up a hill, come back down, shoot a Concept 2 pistol, whatever it is. Like,
for real.
They are unbelievable. But their job at the CrossFit Games when they program, and my guy ain't part of it no more. What's his name? Dave Castro? Oh, man, I love that guy. But I believe his job was to try to create workouts to break down the most elites out of the elite.
Have you listened to him? There was an interview. He said, you realize, like, or you recognize, I don't call them workouts. I call them events because not everybody should be doing these type of things.
Golly, Castro. That's why I mess with him.
Yeah.
But that's it. You know, it's I think when you look at that perspective, when you are on that platform to doing an event, you are supposed to be, I'm going to use a Easter just passed. You're supposed to be chastised. Like, if you're on that platform and you're not doing a deadlift right, the commentator's going to be like, yeah, the barbell's too far for my shin and blah, 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 because that's their profession, that's their job. I think at the Beast Mode Games, I promise you will not see everybody doing the perfect form because there are boot camp instructors out there. Then there's bodybuilders out there. You ever watch a bodybuilder do a power clean for the first time? Yeah. But have you ever seen a boot camper do a heavy deadlift? Have you ever seen a CrossFitter try to do a perfect bench press? Right. It's all of them are different, but the philosophy for at least the Beast Mode Games, at least, is to not do everything perfect, or one thing perfect, but to do everything good.
Because everyone's gonna have their strengths, their weaknesses, and then that is the good thing about like not knowing the workout beforehand, because it's like, this is legit where you are. Did you try to train overall? But even then, you're still gonna have your strengths 100%. And weaknesses, and so is this person, so is that person.
And even training for it, we're like, we talk about it. We're like, I'm weak at this, you're strong at this. You know, and we go back and forth. And what competition does is it very much so highlights your weakness, and you don't have to deal with it, and you just, you know, you either go run from it or you tackle it head on and do the best that you can. Because and that's what I do love about it. It's humbling, but that's what I love about competition and team, because you get to. If I was by myself, would I work on it? Or I just wouldn't do it. But with a teammate,
it does something different.
That workout we did on Sunday, I'm telling you, I would have probably stopped after the first set.
That's crazy.
I tell you this, so I do all the workouts for the Beast Mode Games. One of those workouts, I was like, why am I doing this? And I thought to myself, I said, I'm just going to stop. And then, I don't want to say their name because I don't want y'all inboxing them. The two people behind me, I knew they were watching. I was like, will they think I'm a quitter if I quit? And then I was like, who cares? I direct this. Like, I started making up the best excuses in the world. But ultimately, you know, I finished the workout. And after I laid on the ground, when I get really tired, Michelle, I kicked my shoes off. I laid there and I was like, two things. I said, number one, I feel great that I did that. And number two, we're going to Texas Roadhouse. I'm really hungry. I celebrate with food. But, no, man, I'm looking forward to seeing the both of you. And I think the fun thing about it all, and everything that we just said is not to step on anybody's toes.
No.
I just believe where there's challenge, there's change.
For sure.
And prior to this podcast, I keep saying that because I guess we got some good convo in before. But we were talking about how the gym of Mean Green started, and my whole background's been boot camp. So she was like, all the stuff y'all do today, did y'all do when you first opened the gym? I was like, nah, I didn't use besides bench press and squats. And I don't even think I was doing that right.
That was so surprising to me when you said that.
Really? Yeah, I mean, I didn't know, so I jumped all in. I wanted to know. I'm going to seminars, workshops. I'm booking personal trainers. I joined other gyms. Like, I had to learn. I was so intrigued with being better, but not just being better, but understanding the movement and how to coach it so I can produce it and implement to everybody else that follow my leadership. So now I just couldn't imagine not being challenged 9 years ago. Where would I be today? You know, I'd be so limited. I've been able to meet so many great people because I was able to open up my perspective. And I'm hoping and praying that's the perspective at the Beast Mode Games.
For sure.
If you come out there and maybe one time I put a towel, you're going to track. I don't know if you did. You did do the Humble Gym.
I did.
You did do Humble Gym.
Do that.
Right when I said that, I thought of you. Yeah. you done 5. I think you done 5 now.
Go and tell him a bit. Go ahead and tell him what we did.
In basketball for punishment, are you familiar with a suicide sprint?
For sure.
It was the same thing, but Coach Lamar and Coach Palmer used to make us do suicide towel pushes. So it's like a bear crawl or sled, but as you slide down the floor, it gets really fatigued. So we did the same thing at the Beast Mode Games. So that was one of those things where nobody's doing that in their gym.
Right.
Nobody's doing it at a boot camp. So
Yeah.
we try to pull something out the hat every year to surprise. So like last year, I think the biggest surprise wasn't the sled. It was actually we called it the trifecta. It was the
runner.
The bike. We've done the rower. We've done, but then we brought out that assault runner, and it was all back to back to back.
About that one.
Oh man, oh man. When we in that workout, so if I remember it correctly, I think we broke it down to a specific amount of calories you had to hit, and whenever you hit it, you were able to move to the next one. But if your partner haven't hit it yet, you can't move. So everybody's going hard. But originally, it was just timed. But when we went through the walkthrough, I noticed some of the people that they were kind of chilling during the time interval. They wasn't going hard. So we was like, no, we got to switch it. We got to make it harder. And that's how it came about. But I think the cool thing with all of that, we were just talking about the different objective, putting yourself in a position that you've never been in. I think that's where mentality takes place.
Yeah.
And to see our family, our friends, our boot camp friends and family, our gym members come out and they're pushing you verbally, and I think that builds so much community within the gyms and boot camps when they go back, because it's like, man, when I go back, I'm not going to do standard, I'm going to do competitive, or man, next time I'm going to finish the workout, or whatever it may be. So shout out to every gym owner, boot camper that come out and you do it with your team. So
for sure.
you know, I'm not going to go that route because I went there with Kevin. I'm going to go something a little different since I have both of y'all here.
Okay.
And as I told you, this go by really fast. All right. So we're going to wind it up at the end because I think we're approaching the hour mark. 30 minutes, not bad. So as a team, who's who? Who's the verbal person? Who's the calm person? Who's the person that's the hothead? Talk to me. Like, I want to know what's the team name, first of all?
Gold standard.
Okay. Yeah. What we got?
Rachel's the motivating one. Just like we posted it on our story the other day, you know, she had the positive self-talk going. She was like, come on, you can do this. You've had a kid, all this type of stuff. And then I posted a clip and I was like, God, please. I was like legit like pleading with God. So she's definitely the motivating person.
But you're like like Michelle might not be like, yeah, let's go. She'll say it when it's needed. Exactly when I need it. Yeah. Like, it's kind of like when I'm not getting these doggone clean, she's like, listen, you do this. Like, you know, and I'm, all right, coach. Yeah. And then I try, and even still, it's just something I need. It might not be like all the time when I might be like, you know, maybe I might say some language that I'm not proud of because I'm like, you know, or whatever. But she comes in, it's like, it's love it. Okay, cool. You know,
I love it. Yeah. So who's faster if y'all had to run?
Michelle.
So if it's sprinting, me. If it's long distance, it's her.
Okay.
And I always said if we could put ourselves in like the same body, we would be unstoppable.
The perfect avatar. I love it. Who's stronger?
Michelle.
100%.
Yeah.
Who's taller? I'm doing this for them to hear, right? Yeah, I'm gonna go somewhere with this. Who has who does squats easier?
Have we done squats?
We haven't.
I would, if you're used to them. You're better at lifting in general. I'm
but
more.
What about the depth of the squat too?
Oh, me.
That's probably her.
Okay. What about arm movements, overhead movements?
See, here's the thing.
Okay.
If it's like super heavy, give me a couple, that's me. But if it's like get a bunch of reps in, it's her.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's like she's strength hands down. I'm more Metcon heavy, you know.
Yeah. So let's tie this in because y'all probably know where I'm going with this. So as a team of two, right? You notice y'all didn't say y'all were the same height. I'm fast, but we're not strong. Like y'all kind of look like y'all balance each other out. Was that by preference? Did y'all pick each other because of that, or did it just kind of happen? And I'm doing this so everybody can hear.
I feel like it just kind of happened.
Yeah.
Like we knew our mindset was similar,
right?
And so we're like, okay, let's partner up, and then we start talking about it. We're like, oh, you know, you're good at this, I'm good at this, and
like so as we're training, even being here, some of the days being able to train together, it's like, okay, we're seeing like you're good at this, I'm good at this, we're both good at this,
I really think we could drop the mic and leave right now because what y'all just said So, all right, you got to imagine our inbox, all right? And also imagine Mean Green as a gym or boot camp. there are so many people that want to participate, but they're looking at what everybody else can do and can't do. But y'all just heard these two ladies, and y'all see them. Y'all follow IGs. Like, y'all know they monsters, but notice they chose because mentality. I think that's the preaching word. If I was to say, can I get an amen, that's what I would ask for. Like, choose a partner off of mentality. Like, choose the person that's positive.
Right.
Choose the person that inspires you when you're down and you need something verbally to encourage you. Choose someone that won't give up. Choose, like, those are the things I would recommend that you look for. Don't look at the person that deadlifts this and can run this speed. So I don't know who hears this or sees this, but man, if you're on the fence and the deadline is not passed, make sure, look at my opinion, try to look at someone's outside mentality versus the way they look and what they produce.
For sure.
I think
100%.
that would preach.
Yes, 100%.
I agree.
100%.
Drops mic.
Yes.
No, good stuff, man. So to pivot, but to still talk about you guys as a team, apparel, the way that you dress, you've been there, never been there. Is that something y'all talked about, or are we going to do this together right now?
We're
The way we
working on
dress.
it. Like
So-
our
Oh, you
outfit
mean
for
like our
the
outfit?
So it's two things,
day.
right? Some
Yeah.
people, like, it's funny because some people want to wear the Beast Mode game shirt.
Uh-huh.
So they be like, yo, what color it is? I need to make sure I'm matching.
Yeah.
And then you have other people. So, you know,
Yeah.
For sure.
that is number one. Number two is accessories. Are y'all just wearing certain type of shoes or blah, blah, blah?
No, so we got to coordinate like that. We're doing that right now, and whenever it gets to the time, yes, we have to. I'm thinking we both match both, but here's where, like, as long as we're working on a shirt,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
It's obviously going to be a crop because this is what we do,
Yeah.
right? But then she hates leggings, and I
Oh,
like leggings.
I
She
hate
likes
leggings.
shorts, but I could compromise
Yeah.
somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
You know, I even do booty shorts, but
Yeah.
like, you know, so if we're doing shorts, can we? Or do you
Yeah.
wear this and I wear that?
Right, right,
Shoes,
right.
it don't matter.
Yeah, right.
As long as we look fresh and we're like ready
Right,
to go.
right, right,
So they just got to look good. Y'all heard it.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all heard it. They just got to look good. So
yeah.
I think if I had a teammate, who would y'all put as my teammate? If y'all know anybody. And I don't even have to know them. Who would be the perfect teammate for me? I'm trying to see if I can rock it with them.
Jared?
Jared?
Yeah, y'all
Jared
would
Garcia?
Yeah.
be
So
a great team.
he was my teammate in 2 of the workouts when we went through this. And that dude is a freaking monster. So thank you for thinking I can work out with him.
Y'all can do it.
Okay, Jared. Oh, Jared, I hope you watch this, bro. Jared, if you were my partner, we have to wear 7-inch shorts. So I'm a hooper, right? So
Yeah.
growing up, my shorts were like below my knees, right?
Yep.
Now, like, I like the squat. I like for the quad to poke out, you know, here and there. So
All
I'm
the
not
details.
The 9-inch kind of get in my way sometimes when I'm trying to squat.
Right.
Like, I'm 6'3", so I need. But the 5-inch might be showing. Tina might not be, you know, in approval of that. But the 7-inch, Gerald. Oh yeah, not Gerald. Jared, do you have to wear 7-inch?
Are you all brand, same brand, across the board type
I
of
don't
person?
even care. Like,
Okay.
I can be Nano, Nike socks,
'Kay.
Reebok. I don't even care.
'Kay.
Like,
How about you?
Oh, no, I don't care.
Me
But
neither.
I had a
Okay.
Don't
teammate
care.
who really cared.
Oh, okay, okay.
It was all Nike or all Noble or all Under Armour. And
I think I know who that is. Shout out to my friend. You know what? Yeah, 7-inch. Oh, and no shirts. We don't
No
wear
shirts?
shirts. No, we start off like, I don't even know why we put on a shirt at the beginning. It's gonna come off. So
For
at some
sure.
point, shirts off.
Oh, we might. Okay. Yeah,
Shirt
for
comes
sure.
off. Jared got that hair, so we gotta wear headbands.
For sure.
It's only natural.
That's true.
And I'm good to
Hair.
go.
Maybe the bandana.
I do. I
Yeah.
have it everywhere. I mean, I can't
good
help
to go.
it.
Sometimes I do the bandana.
Yeah.
Sometimes
I'm good to go.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's easy. Yeah.
That's funny. So I think that's always a funny segue because it's like you see so many different people wearing, like, I've seen people like wear Beast Mode game shirts, 20 whatever the year is, like
Yeah.
they customize. I think that's so cool. And then you have others that obviously have a brand that they're supporting. And then you have others that are like, look, this is what I slept in because I had to get up early, and this is just what I'm gonna wear.
See, no, you
like,
you,
be glad
you
I
look
showed up.
good, you perform
Yeah.
good. That's just
That's true.
I don't
Look
know.
good, feel good, do good.
So shoes. Let's talk about shoes a little bit more. You said you're down with any type of shoe. So I see you got what we got. Is that Adidas?
Adidas.
Boom, and we got No Bull. I do want some No Bulls. What's
I'm
your
not gonna
rating?
Here's the thing.
We want a sponsorship first.
right.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Nobles are not great.
Okay.
They're not like, oh my gosh.
I heard they're great.
These are life-changing.
Is it more like
they
style?
Look good.
Mm-hmm.
They look good.
Yeah.
When you run in them, you find that they kind of feel like bricks. You have to bring them in a lot.
Okay.
So most of the time people say, you know, I don't run a lot in these, but you can do everything else.
Okay.
Everything else they're pretty good for. Lifting, Metcons, whatever. That's not running a 400 or 800, right? But even then, I guess you could still get away with it. But they're not great.
Okay.
They're okay.
What would you rate it, 1 through 10?
6.
Ooh. Metcons. You got some? Or
I
some?
don't.
Okay.
I don't.
Yeah.
What about
I don't have
Nanos?
anything specific.
I don't have those.
Okay.
I only have the Vivos now, which I like, but also can't run in them.
Can't run it now.
Yeah.
You should try some Nanos.
Nano. Those are Nikes?
Reeboks.
Oh, Reeboks.
Reebok Nanos. Those are, they're not, so these are Metcons right here. They're super flat. But if I had to run like over 200 meters, like it sucks. Come
Yeah.
like bricks. But my Nanos are really great because they're not as flat. But at the same time, I can do box jumps and I can run in them. But if I'm going to lift heavy, but I don't really lift heavy that much.
Right,
so,
right.
And if I'm going to lift heavy, I bring out the bricks. So no bullseye. I'm going to have to.
Yeah, it's
But I
worth,
like shoes.
It's worth having a pair. If
It
you're
is
a shoe
worth it.
person,
Yeah.
try it out
Yeah.
and then go from there.
Yeah.
Because I have 2 pairs.
Yeah.
But one was just for looks.
Hey,
So.
no bull, holler at us. We want you.
Get sponsored.
Yeah, man. Okay. So that was my little funny thing. So last 8-10 minutes. Okay. It's probably gonna be longer than that, but it's cool. Let's go back and forth. You guys ask me questions, and I think this is entertaining because first timer, vet, you know what questions that you would like to ask, and for the I would say the audience, and you know what question that may be, and you can kind of like, can Rachel get it out of them? Were y'all on live just a while ago before I got on?
It
Oh,
broke
no, I
up
wasn't.
whenever someone asked the last question. Whenever it came back on, you were like, "Oh, I'm breaking up. I can't answer the question."
What question was it?
I don't know.
I totally did it on
I
purpose.
missed it.
I told this. I pulled up to the gym, and I know.
What was the question? What was the question?
So I'm not gonna answer it. But the question was, she asked and it's she knows who she is. Can you do? Will dumbbells or barbells be in the team?
That's okay. That's the question. Okay.
Like that's a very general question. Like I can't give it away, right? So I was like, I answered it for the elite division. I was like, in the elite, yes, y'all will see both. And I was like, in the team of 2, I turned my Wi-Fi on because when you're outside of a building and you connect to the Wi-Fi, it sucks. Then it started. I was like, oh my gosh, something's happening, and I on purpose said, I like that part.
Yes.
But
why are you discriminating against team of 2?
I just didn't want to get an answer. I was just like,
I saw Alex was on, and she was like, "Listen, girl, she's trying to get too much information."
y'all know Alex don't play with
Yeah,
nothing.
she
So
don't, no.
I was like, no, Alex teach boxing classes, y'all. So I don't test her. But yeah, what you got? Y'all want me to ask the first question, or y'all want to ask?
You ask, okay? Because I could ask several questions
I love this
that you're
part.
not gonna answer.
I'm gonna answer every single question.
Okay, you start.
Yeah.
All
Let me
right.
think of something.
All right. So first question I have. I'm gonna make it good too. What do you not want to see at the Beast Mode games? The workout's already made, but what do you not want to see at the Beast Mode games? And an example would be, I hate thrusters, and and I'm not supposed to hate. I don't like thrusters, and I don't like burpees.
I would say a combination of those both. Okay, can we do an event with just one or the other? Why we got to put them both
Put them
together?
together, right?
So here's what I'm gonna say. I hate wall balls, but I know they're gonna be in there.
You just
That's what I'm
never
gonna
know.
say. I'm gonna say that I hate them, but because oh my gosh, like why are they so whatever? But if I could think about other stuff, probably cleans and stuff. Hate them.
Hate 'em.
I don't have a. They're not my favorite.
Yeah.
We'll do them. We've done them in
Yeah.
our workouts, but
It's not your thing.
And this goes back to because I love cleans. I love
see
them.
exactly.
That's why y'all work well
I
together.
feel like I did them all day.
Girl, we
Yep.
sharing these reps. We ain't splitting. We
Right.
just do
You know
'em.
what? I also think that you could keep your treadmill.
Right.
You
That
can keep it because I've been on
that-
that thing. I said, Michelle, have you been on
I
that thing?
have not.
She said, no. I said,
heard
oh,
stories.
it's worse. It's worse than any running that you've ever felt.
So
ever. I'm a runner.
We tricked everybody though.
So they're not.
So y'all didn't even know the workout. So last year it was crap. I can't remember the distance on the bike and the rower, but the tread or the what is it called? The assault runner. It wasn't how fast you run to a movement. we turned the resistance all the way up. So it wasn't as fast as you can get there. It turned it all the way up, so you're literally trying to power walk. Because if you tried to run on the highest resistance, it still ain't gonna go fast. So it wasn't how fast you can get there. So that was the trick. So
okay, noted.
Not that y'all are gonna do it again, but
you just never know.
Okay,
you just never know.
Yeah, whenever I asked her, I was like, so how's beast mode games? Because I was like, I hate running. Like I said, people be like, you ran track. I was a sprinter and a jumper and a thrower. I did not run anything over 400 meters.
Yeah.
So I was happy. I was like, okay, we're not going to be running.
Yeah.
So I'm happy that.
There will be no long running.
Yeah. And you said you didn't like that. I was like, bet.
But you said like 800. I was like, that's not even long running.
The most running we've ever done, golly, what year was this? This had to be like 2018-ish football field. When it was a team of 4, I think to start off they had to run, was it 60 yards down, 60 yards back to
I would love that.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. So
oh, man.
the thing with the beast mode games, you also have to look at the facility, right?
Yeah.
True.
If we're at a football field, you're probably gonna gonna move a little bit.
True.
If you're at a 6,000 square foot gym, you can't really run that much. So we are at a 30,000 square foot space, so we can do some running, but you also got to look at spectators. So we don't.
True.
It's not made for just the athletes' room. We also want to create space for the vendors and spectators. So
I know you said
I noted.
Already wrote the workouts, but like you can take the treadmills out, like
If
and no one's gonna be upset.
Nobody's gonna know.
Yeah. Like you can just change that
Watch
a little
they
bit.
have an elliptical in there or something. Okay.
We're gonna be in there.
This seems out of place.
Shoot, man.
Yeah, you can take those out. I think everyone will be fine.
I know that. Y'all heard that. I know that. All right, what y'all got?
I'm
answering it, y'all. I ain't never scared. What?
So, oh no, you
go ahead,
go.
No, you go.
They good partners. They about to say the same question in sync.
No, because I'm thinking about grip. I'm thinking about forearm strength and stuff like that. I could either ask, will there be a slam ball of some sort, or I could ask, are we holding the slam ball or are we using the slam ball? That's what I could ask also.
So which one you want to ask?
All of the above. Is there a slam ball?
The second one.
The slam ball?
Where was it?
Will you see a slam ball at the Beast Mode games?
Not a wall ball, med ball, but like a tired looking, heavy or non-tire, whatever type of slam ball. Yes. But that's not the question. The question is, are we holding it or are we doing something with it?
Well, first we need to know if it's there.
Okay.
But I know, but that's two questions.
Okay,
yes,
here we go. So you asking, will there be a stat like a hold with a slam ball? No.
Okay.
Boom.
Got it.
But will there be a slam ball?
Is that gonna be a question?
Yeah,
how many questions can we ask?
So I guess
can we ask unlimited questions?
We don't know. Yeah, I guess I should ask that, huh?
We can go. I like this. What you got?
Okay, what's your question?
Are you running?
Don't wait. You can't ask anything with the slam ball because you don't want to waste your question unless it had to.
Do we only get one question?
Okay, let's go.
No, we don't.
Let's go five.
We don't.
Let's
five
go
questions.
five.
Okay, I already eliminated one.
No. So y'all count it. 1 is 1, and then that ego. I'm nice. I don't know where this mean green stuff came from.
Okay. That's good.
Nice green doesn't sound good.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
It's not as sexy.
Okay, Michelle, what's yours?
Should I ask about the slam ball?
It's up to you. It's up to you.
I want to know. I want to ask the question you asked us. What would be the worst thing that you would, like, if you were doing the beast mode games? What's the thing that you wouldn't want to see in there because you don't like it?
Or that you put in there while you were doing the workout? You could say that too.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna answer that one very well. I'm gonna go back to a past boot camp. I mean, not boot camp where we're at beast mode. Blue Market Field. The way it was designed was for you to get a rep, which was really difficult. You had to go through basically a prereq of movements just to get to the barbell. So the barbell movement, I think, was something like over the head. That was one. But you had to do like the assault bike to a certain amount of calories. You had to do like box. It was something. I hate doing workouts that have to have a prereq just to get to a rep. Because it's like, if I do a whole round and I didn't do enough, and I wasted all my energy, and I didn't earn a point, but I did something, that just doesn't make sense. It's like 1 + 1 = 2, right? So I don't understand. If I did a whole bunch of work, why are you telling me that it didn't count? So I would say anything that has a prereq, because it just puts, I'm already in my head putting a pressure on myself. So anything that makes me work, and then if I don't do it, I have to start over. Oh, that's terrifying to me. So it's not a certain movement, 'cause I'm a gamer, but it's just more so the thought of receiving nothing based upon my effort that I put forward. That sucks.
Okay.
So that'll be fair.
Okay. I got a question. How long is the longest workout?
Great doggone question. You got to pick a division, elite or elite. So
not standard. Not standard.
So we have team of 2, and then we have individuals.
So not individuals.
Not individuals.
Team. Yes, team.
Good question. Good question.
As of now, 15 minutes.
I knew it.
Nothing's over 15 minutes.
I knew it, bro.
Okay.
Nothing's over 15 minutes.
No, that's good. That's good. That's a good thing. Okay.
Good.
Nothing's over 15 minutes.
Okay.
What you got, Shell?
Oh, snap. It's my turn again?
Okay. Yes.
That's a good question.
Rachel, give me a question.
I got to think of one. I literally thought of it when he was talking.
This is when people comment down below. Girl, can you ask this?
Right.
Okay, you said the other day, you were like, there's more than 2 events.
Okay.
But less than 4.
Okay. Okay.
So.
Okay.
If my math is correct, that's 3, right?
Well, you asking that question?
Yes.
I was a communication major and a kines.
Okay.
I wouldn't do your taxes if you asked me. So the answer to your question is that's a very confusing formula for me to calculate. But I do know it's more than 2. And I do believe it's less than 4. But I don't want to confirm the answer because I don't want to pick the wrong number. But it is in between those numbers. That is the best way.
That didn't make no sense.
That was a great way to not answer the question, Chris, because it matters because I'm like, okay, like.
Okay, I'm going to throw this out here then.
The more events, the better. That's what I'll say. The more events, the better.
What if it's formatted that if you don't get a certain what if you don't place in a certain standard, maybe you don't get to the next round?
Are you doing cuts for team, though? Are you really doing cuts for team?
You just never know. That would be awesome.
That would be kind of dope. Dope.
So I can't tell you about team, but elite it is.
Okay.
You don't make a certain cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is. That's the fun part.
Okay.
Great question. Man, that was hard for me. That was so
It shouldn't have been that hard.
He said the exact same thing that he said on the live.
I was trying to, hope they forget about the question. It didn't work. All right. So mine's to you two ladies. What, have there been a moment in training where you could be transparent with each other and say, hey, because it's tough. And I'm hoping this happens to some of you because if Michelle's training with me and I'm 6'3", so sometimes if my squat don't get as low as it should be, am I a friend if I allow her to keep going above 90 degree and not tell her? So has it been a moment where y'all say, hey, man, try this. This will help you. Or you're holding your breath. Has that been an experience?
Because that's been my issue, too. Like, because when I did the throwdown, I had so many no reps because I wasn't going low enough.
On the throwdown?
Because it felt low to me.
Yeah.
Because I'm 5'10".
Because you tall.
Yeah, and so everyone's like, oh, this is going to be easy for you because you're so close to the target. But I'm like,
booty down.
You still got to get low. And so, like Rachel has told me, I'm like, hey, Rachel, let me know. Yeah. I'm not going low enough. She's like, yeah, go lower. So
and
that's
we'll record each other just so we can see what each other looks like.
That's real.
And form-wise, too. I do that all the time with me personally when I'm just training by myself, what my form looks like. And then I'm like, oh, okay.
Yep.
Do it again.
I love it.
Yeah.
And I hope that question was designed to challenge everybody.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay to tell your friend. Like,
for sure.
Because for me, I'm 6'3", so, like, I pull out the wall ball sometimes to make sure I'm tapping it. If I'm tapping the wall ball, I'm good to go.
Which brings me to my question.
What you got?
In the team specific, I'm so sorry for the individuals.
I love it.
So sorry. I should be asking for y'all. But will there be a reinforcement? What do you call it? Like something that. And I asked this because on a team of 2, what we did when we were doing wall balls, we had to sit on a 16-inch tap pop. And it was perfect because it was a level playing field.
Yeah.
Same with hand release push-ups. Everybody's going down. You don't just, you know what I'm saying? So are we going to have something to where it keeps us on the same playing field? And it's not a matter of
100%,
was your squat
yes.
cool.
That's awesome.
Not an elite. Not an elite.
Okay.
But for the team of two, as she asks, for the team of two, if there's a box, it's the same height.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you're short or tall. If you're going down to get to a specific depth, everybody will be measured based upon the same thing, not based upon the judge's approval, but based upon a prop.
Keeps it fair.
Yeah.
And lets you know, like, I'm like, okay, I don't have to guess. I can, like, literally just make contact.
Yeah. Right. There's no,
Yep. That's going to be a good one. Great question.
That is a great question.
Ooh, I hope y'all watch this or listen to this podcast because y'all getting some good stuff.
Getting some good stuff. Some
All
good
right.
answers.
What you got, Shell? This is question 3 for you.
Oh, snap. It's my turn again? Wow, this goes by fast.
It does.
I don't know. Rachel, help me out.
I don't know until, again, I just be thinking of stuff as he talks. And I'm like,
I did ask some questions on the lives.
So I'll prep you on a question.
Okay.
And maybe it brings something to you.
Okay.
Have you watched a video on Instagram and said, ooh, that's cool, or, man, why did they do that? Or signing up, did you say, that's interesting? Or
like a video that y'all posted?
Anything. I'm just trying to bring you somewhere. What you got?
Like, so y'all have been posting those videos, right? Like getting people to sign up. And to me, I'm like, oh, this looks so much fun. But like I said, y'all can leave those treadmills at home because the way I see everybody dead tired on that one.
Yeah.
And like huffing and puffing, I'm like, I'm not sure about that one.
Right.
But no, it all looks cool. And that's actually what made me sign up for Mean Green, because I was like, I love this. I miss this.
You know what's tough about marketing for Mean Green specifically and the Beast Mode game? It's like, for the Beast Mode games, for example, this podcast, I put the background for the Hulk, right? But if I was to do a marketing campaign for the gym, I would never put the Hulk in the background because it's intimidating to the eye that don't know us. Now, you walk in here and it's like, oh, this big black dude, he's smiling the whole time. Like, it's friendly, it's nice. But someone that don't know me and they see this Hulk, they hear Mean Green, it's considered intimidating. Beast Mode games, you see people look like they're about to puke. Intimidating. So it's so hard to kind of like, what do you market? What do you not market? So thank you for sharing that, because now it's like, okay, maybe I do get a thumbs up if it looks hard, because that's why she's.
You know, I mean, everyone's different. Like me, I'm like, oh yeah, I want something that's going to challenge me. You know, so but I could see how it could be the other way.
Marketing is tough.
Yeah, it is tough. You gotta have a little bit of both. The one that doesn't look as crazy.
Every competition has burpees. I mean, honestly, they're great. Okay, but are we talking a step or are we talking a hop?
So I hate judging burpees, honestly, even because the vertical one are the most difficult ones to judge. The barbell specifically, choice base.
I didn't even say if it was barbell. I just said hop over or step over.
Well, no, you're good. If it's a barbell one, we give everybody the option to either walk over, leap over, jump over. So if there is a barbell over burpee, that's a barbell over burpee over barbell.
You can step over.
Either or. Okay. Recommendation: jump.
Because it's faster.
It was faster. Like if you have the capability to do it, suck it up, do it, because somebody else is gonna do it. Other burpees, if there's a burpee like say it's a burpee off, and we're just doing regular standard burpees, gotta jump, and head gotta be vertically up, and you gotta clap above your head.
And you gotta we had to clap like this on one of them. I remember.
Feet together too?
We did the feet.
When we did
some Dorothy kicks.
When we did the slam, the burpee slams, it was like you had to touch, which felt hella awkward, but when you came up, you had to clap both.
Because
I looked at the old video and I was like, wow.
I guess it was designed to make sure you get your feet off the ground.
And stand up completely.
Because the tough thing is, like, when people sometimes get going, they do their burpee and they come up and they think they up. And they're literally doing this.
It irks me so.
Oh, man. We did it. Rachel, I don't know if you did this one. I think it was a Blue Market Field. It was a prereq to get in a certain place, and you had to do your burpees on Instagram. Oh, it was a disaster, because it was like our third year doing the Beast Mode games, and if Michelle posted it, she had to post it, and we counted them. But can you imagine the comments? That wasn't this. I was Chris, don't ever put people in that position again. So that was a learning curve.
Yeah, for sure.
But no, that's a good question.
We learn.
Yeah. To answer your question though, got to jump. If it's vertically, I mean, it's just stand up burpee. You got to vertically jump, get off your feet.
Otherwise, it's up to you.
Yeah. Well, no. If they don't jump, like if they just standing up and going back down, that's a no wrap.
No, I'm saying
the burpee over bar.
If we have a
you
can step over or hop over.
Because I think with that, it just comes to strategy.
Yeah.
So for us, it's not necessarily what's standard, what's not standard. It's more so of, hey man, because honestly, when you do burpee over bar, even if you do like the standard burpee that we just explained, nobody. Even the CrossFit games, I've never seen a burpee over bar where people are vertically jumping up, getting their hands above their head and clapping. It's typically meaning just get over the bar and get to the ground. Right. But that's a great question.
Yeah. We got practice.
Yeah.
Hopping over.
This is my last one for y'all.
Right.
Yeah.
Last one. This is gonna be the best one.
All right, let's see.
The best one. I don't know if it's the best one, but is it anybody y'all looking forward to working out next to, competing? I think everybody kind of follows other people and is like, man. Yeah, I think it's just a great opportunity if you know them to give them a shout out and let them know you're looking. Or B, maybe you follow somebody and they don't even know you follow them. I think that would be a cool one. Rachel, you want to go first? If you have one.
So I don't know if it's a specific person. I want to be right next to the best person. Like if whoever was ranked top 5 or whatever, if they're doing team, because I don't know if they're doing team.
Yeah, all of them doing team.
I want to be next to them.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like we're talking. I just saw Erica's Instagram, who you reposted, and I was like, I want her. I want to be right next to her because she is killing the game. I'm like,
you hear that, Erica?
Yes, I like that. Or like Tika. You know what I'm saying?
Tika.
Like
I hope Tika can pull it out. Her shoulder's been bothering her.
Dang man, I feel you. Tika.
Yeah,
she's
going to
girl.
her PT Thursday.
It sucks. So, I feel you, girl.
Yeah. We actually had to, and I'm transparent. It is what it is. She has to go see a PT and want to make sure it's comfortable for her. So she didn't want to register for the elite until she knows she can. So
that's why. Same for me. That's why I didn't do individuals.
Yeah.
Like, you know, so, but we could, you know.
But safety first.
Safety first, for
safety
sure.
first. I don't, man. This won't be the last one. And even if it was, it doesn't matter when it compares to our health. So Tika, take your time. Make sure you make the decision that's best for your body. But to get Tika on the floor. Just everybody. It's epic.
Some monsters
it's
out there.
epic.
I just want to be.
It's
Yep.
epic.
Let's
it's
go.
Epic. What about you?
I'm excited to just like see people that I've seen on Instagram and like maybe even haven't met in person or have met in person, like Justin or Joy, and just like to compete against them, but with them, encourage each other, all that type of stuff. Get the energy, Vanessa, people from the gym.
Yeah,
I'm excited. It'll be cool to actually be there in person with these people and not just through the screen.
I love it. I'm gonna give you my answer as well. I'm not gonna say your name, bro, but you inboxed me, and you know who you are. They did a bodybuilding competition, and it's not Kevin. Okay, I don't want nobody because a lot of people know Kevin's been doing this for like 5-6 years. But an individual did a physique, and he's like, I'm going to beast this beast mode games because it looks really easy compared to what I do. Bro, you better. He's doing a team of 2. He's not doing the individuals. Bro, you better finish in the top
1 if you're talking like that.
I'm sorry, they shouldn't have said that.
You shouldn't have said that. I don't think, I'm going to say it like this. Bro, I don't think you're going to finish in top 15.
There's no way. Now, I'm not going to discount bodybuilders because, you know, sometimes, you know, if.
Of course.
Whatever, but I don't see it happening. You know what? You never know.
My only reason why I'm challenging you, bro, because you challenged me, right? So I say that, and I'm saying this in fun and games. Obviously, everybody knows me. Like, I really don't care. But I want to see you come out and be humbled because I think every sense of exercise, whether you do Pilates to swimming to, I don't know, Spartan races to full marathons, everybody has a craft and they work their butt off to get better. And I think specifically for the Beast Mode games, it's a combination of a couple of different things, and you just got to back up what you say.
But here's the thing also. There is no walking away from that saying it's easy.
Yeah.
No matter, because if it's easy, if you just was like,
I like this. Yeah.
You didn't do that well. You didn't do that well. You did the workout.
Yeah.
That was your workout for the day. Good job.
Yeah.
Workout done. But if you tried your best, that's when it's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that, you know, and that's why it's like,
If it was easy, you didn't try hard enough.
You heard it, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
You heard it. And a disclaimer. I've been knowing this guy prior to me even being in the fitness space. So this is not somebody that just came after me and we didn't know who he. It's somebody I played basketball against, so it's gonna be cool to see him. So we can talk noise because we've been talking noise since we were about 12 or 15. But they all said,
I don't know,
bro. They go. I'm not gonna release your name, but other than that, man, I know. You know, golly, hour and 3 minutes. It's been a pleasure sitting with the both of you.
This is awesome.
To everybody else, thank you. Comment below if you haven't. Definitely follow these ladies. Rachel, with Rachel specifically, she has semi-private and private groups. Rachel, how do they sign up? I mean, I know they follow you.
I got a website, rawfitofficial.com.
Yeah, and I'll make sure that's posted down below. Guys, even as an entrepreneur and someone that gives your best, it means a lot sometimes when you just look and tell somebody, man, your site looks great, or man, if I lived on that side of town. So go out your way and do that. In this community, especially for those that are in the fitness space, you know how important it is when somebody gives you positive feedback. It means the world.
True.
Nutrition, I heard you are one of the women to go to. Whether they're competing at the Beast Mode Games or just general fitness, is that something that you're offering to the public or just people you...
Definitely. So, like, I have a wait list, though. So, like, if you want to get on, you might want to go quick.
That's them Huskies.
Dogs up. But, yeah, so nutrition coaching, boot camp, virtual training, all that.
Do you have a website, or what's the best way to get in touch with you? Instagram?
The link in my bio.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll make sure that's also copied down below. So support both of these ladies. When you see them at the Beast Mode Games, give them a fist pump. And, ladies, thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
Cool.
Thanks for having us.
We see y'all later. Y'all take care.
Bye.